Welcome to QB Film Room's Premium Pass. As part of our premium audio content, we do team-specific scheme study overviews on 3 teams, and the first one is going to be Tampa Bay. So, obviously with the modified offseason, there's no formal mini camps, no formal OTAs, and training camps still set to go here in a few weeks. But just looking over the roster first off, Tom Brady, big acquisition in the offseason, free agent signing. He's coming to a situation where he's going to have a lot of talent surrounding him, and the Bucs did try to add perimeter talent in the draft as well. So Mike Evans and Chris Godwin were instrumental in terms of production last year, both combining for 17 receiving touchdowns for Tampa Bay. But they drafted Tyler Johnson, who should be counted on to provide some depth behind those two. And then they've got 3 guys who were on the roster last year in Justin Watson, Jade Mickens, and then Cyrell Grayson. Now, Mickens is more of your smaller change of direction receiver that they're going to be able to place in the slot. Justin Watson is a sure-handed receiver who's a little bit bigger. He stands about 6'3", 215 pounds. So I could see Brady relying on Watson more so in the mold of, say, a Chris Hogan of a few years back. So he's going to have his options to throw the football to. And then, of course, signing Rob Gronkowski. They already have O.J. Howard. So going 12 personnel is going to be something that they will do. I really foresee this being a combination of Bruce Arians really melding this offense to what Tom Brady really wants it to be and what he's comfortable doing in terms of both operating as the trigger-minute shotgun to get the ball out of his hand quickly, but then also we know Arians is adept at scheming up shot plays and scheming up guys to get open. And I think we're going to see that with both Howard and Rob Gronkowski, in those 12 and even 11 personnel groupings. And then at running back, Ronald Jones, who's a guy who can catch the ball as well. But I think the Bucs are going to run the ball a little bit more this year, and it starts with Ronald Jones II. They drafted Keyshawn Vaughn, and they may rely on him to provide a spark at times this year. And then the third back is going to be Dare Ugunbuwale, who is a guy who can also catch the ball out of the backfield. 35 receptions in 2019, so that'll be good for Brady as well. So scheme analysis here. Look for Bruce Arians to really cater to what Tom Brady feels comfortable with and what Brady historically has done well. Look for Tampa's offense to be quite diverse in 2020. Now, Brady has at his disposal 2 top-tier playmakers at the wide receiver position in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. And like I said earlier, quality depth behind them in Johnson, Watson, and Grayson. Utilizing both Gronkowski and Howard will add middle-of-the-field threats for Brady, but also will allow Arians to scheme those 2 open off under center play action design, utilizing both Godwin and Evans in these situations as decoys, to essentially take the top off the coverage, something that Arians has always done. Now he'll do that for Howard and Gronk. So Brady is also comfortable being the triggerman in 4 and 5 wide receiver sets. And there will be an emphasis on Brady getting the ball out of his hand quickly, obviously to preserve his health, which will allow him to distribute the ball to his playmakers quickly. The pure volume of throwing the football will not be what it was in 2019 with this offense. Now, Jameis Winston threw the ball 39 times a game on average. So look for that number to come down a bit, as Arians will look to use the run game both more volume-wise and for strategic purposes. And then lastly, look for Brady to really try to incorporate the running backs in the passing game at times as well, to really keep defenses guessing. And Brady's going to end up doing this as he'll look to have his backs live, often both on check down routes, over the ball, and outlets in terms of a swing route, and then even scheming these running backs open in certain areas of the field, such as the red zone, to take advantage of matchups even down the field in the red area versus linebackers, something that he did in New England, and something that I look for Arians to incorporate from a scheme standpoint. Now, Arians has proven to be adaptable to his quarterbacks throughout his coaching career. When we look at Big Ben, when he was with Carson Palmer in Arizona, and then even Jameis Winston last year, Arians will scheme up creative shot plays for Brady under max protection. But he's also going to put Brady in a prime position to get the ball out of his hand fast, while also using his two tight ends creatively in the red area. Bruce Arians understands how important spacing and deception are in order to create space for Brady to throw the football down the field. It's going to be a delicate balance, though. This offense is going to be multi-dimensional, both conceptually and formationally.